Okay, so quick little thing on this. This is designed by Fuyu. I think that's how you pronounce his name. But it's gonna be sold by Kibou. It'll be about under $500. There's gonna be only 150 of these. Anything usually by Kibou is usually small quantities. They're very well designed. I think Fuyu has done the last few keyboards by them. And then this is also gonna be a leaf spring top mount slash top mounts. So it depends on what you wanna go here, PC or aluminum. And the weight that I have here is copper, but you can also get stainless steel. And then it's a 60% keyboard. 7 degrees, there's also an HHKB layout as well as a Windows keyless layout and 19mm front height, so that should be pretty awesome as well. But I love Kibou boards. Every one that I've ever done by them has been like absolutely outstanding. You guys know that I actually use the blue one. God, it's by the VTuber. Why don't I remember the name? It's literally right behind me. I just don't remember what it's called, what the VTuber's name is. All right, we're gonna do some TX stabs. This is a common trend I actually see with a lot of the Kibou boards. I don't know if you guys will be able to see this, so I might hop on this angle here. All right, this beautiful thin side bezel, gotta love it. Small little cherry lip on the front there. And then we also have our thicker top bezel and thicker bottom bezel. I love this aesthetic. I think this aesthetic is absolutely gorgeous. We also have our side profile here. So it does kind of, it's not exactly flat on the side, it does kind of like taper in and then out again. Beautiful side profile though. Beautiful, beautiful side profile. Wait, this is clean. Most of the boards from Kibou are very clean. I always have to admit that. But yeah, let's see the back of this keyboard as well. My finger, it's so cold right now in this condo that my fingers are leaving like huge heat stains on it. The back looks pretty nice too. A little bit, not like truly recessed because it uses the top lip, but pretty nice. And there's the weight. That copper rose in the back, really, really nice. Love this. Very, very pretty. On the inside, we'll take this apart actually right now and we'll take a look at the inside as well. Why am I a sucker? Why am I a sucker for this? Why am I a sucker for this little like, is this Fuyu's logo? I don't know if it is. I'm a sucker for this right now. No, it's not integrated, it's top mount. Top mount, we just gotta unscrew it. Leaf spring top mount. Ooh, the PCB is nice too. I like this. No flex cuts. Some pogs in chat, please. Kibou, like this. I like this a lot actually. This is a very clean PCB. 1.6 mil too, yeah. No, 1.2 mil. That's a proper PCB knotting? Huh? I already know this board's gonna sound good because wind keyless and copper weight. Yeah, copper I'm kind of a simp for. There's our plate, by the way, so those are the leaf springs on it. Wait, these switches are kind of cute. I need to know what switches these are now. Have you tried cream sodas? I have. They're good switches. I just don't have any more. All right, let's put this thing back together. My first board was a Ducky 1-2. Dude, is Ducky still pretty big? I feel like Ducky was the keyboard. Everyone had Duckies at one point. What's the height between high ground keyboards? High ground stuff is for a certain crowd that follows, I feel like 100 Thieves and is into something a bit more simple. Because like customs aren't for everyone. 100%, you have to be aware of that. Not everyone gives a shit about owning a custom keyboard or building a keyboard for themselves. Yeah, it's owned by 100 Thieves now. I don't think it was always owned by 100 Thieves, but... So High Ground creates like fun keyboards for people who don't give a shit about this kind of stuff and are happy to have something that just works. And for the most part, I've been told that the High Ground boards aren't that bad. Some people have said they're just GK61s, just reskinned. I don't think that's necessarily all true, but there's clearly some thought that's been put into the branding and High Ground, as well as like the keycaps are pretty cool what they've been creating. I know they created a recently expensive version of a more custom, in quotations, version of their keyboard lineup, which is looks interesting, but again, it's not really, I wouldn't say that like owning a high ground keyboard is probably for someone who's into customs. It's for a different crowd, and we have to respect that. Totally have to respect that. But again, different market for different people. Okay, it's not CRP because all my CRP sets are pretty much in use except for that one. So, can I use the XMI Thai green set? This I'm pretty positive I have a set that'll work for you. Why do Kibou keyboards always slap? Look at this. Look how pretty this is. My goodness. I'm always a big fan of anything from Kibou. You know what's funny? Usually I don't really care for all black keyboards because I have so many of them. But this with the copper is definitely kind of a vibe. These are XMI Thai green PBT keycaps. Looks fine. Okay, so going over this keyboard really quickly again. It's going to be about, the rough estimate is about $482, which is about normal pricing, I'd say, from Kibou store. It's limited to 150. It's going to be made of copper, or you can get I believe there's a champagne gold version, which is stainless steel. But this is the coffee one, I believe, the coffee edition of the weights. This is leaf spring. We're using the PC plate or the aluminum plate. Honestly, I think the top mount PC plate, because the top mount plate for PC doesn't have leaf springs. I kind of feel like the PC would be the better better unit. But I have to admit, for an aluminum plate here, because usually with leaf spring keyboards, aluminum is not my favorite. It sounds pretty good. It's nice and like, yeah, the spacebar is nice too. What, I wish I knew this. I honestly wish I knew the switches, guys. I have no idea. Chung hasn't let me know what switches these are for his board. So it sounds very solid. I want to keep typing a little bit more on it. The nice thing about this is it still feels like if you gave this to me, I probably wouldn't guess this feels like based off of feel alone. This is not something I would think is a leaf spring. It kind of almost feels like a gasket mount. It's very soft. It still is very, very, very soft. In fact, there's a little bit of movement. I don't know if it's totally noticeable. Again, I think PC plate is the way to go, and I'm going to show you guys why I think that. Hold on, let me grab a Suse for a second. And this is something from Kibou store as well that the same designer made. This is the PC plate with top mount. And it's a little bit different. Obviously, we're using different switches, different keycaps, but it has a little bit more bass to it. Although I like the spacebar of this a lot with the aluminum plate. I do want to see what this sounds like with an ABS spacebar. Oh, God, dude. ABS is the way to go always. Never mind. ABS is sick on this. Okay, I actually want to swap out everything for ABS keycaps. I'm sorry, guys. I just want to swap it to ABS to see what it sounds like. I'm gonna go with Adam's choice of Skidata. The Fukuro doesn't really have like an IC page right now. It's going to be launched in April, so I have this I can send you guys. It's just a long link, and I didn't want that to be spammed every single time. Okay, let's see what this sounds like now. Oh, okay, I like this a lot more. Okay, so here it is now with ABS keycaps for the Fukuro. Let's see what this sounds like. Let's plug this guy in again. Personal opinion on Husky switches? Oh, I like them. They're not too bad. They're Texie switches though, so I think I have some issues with them with plateless builds. Ooh, that enter sounds nice. Wait, that sounds nice. That sounds nice now. That is crispy sounding. I don't love the left shift. Seems a little bit flat, but everything else sounds amazing. I don't know, I've just been liking Kibou's stuff with the polycarb plates, so maybe I'm a little bit biased, but still sounds pretty nice, I have to admit. GMK for the win? Yeah, it's so much nicer. Yeah, this is definitely a nicer keyboard with ABS. I actually really like this. This is probably gonna be on the same kind of level of... It's weird, because like the Suse is not something I expected to like much, but I end up using it so often because I like the way it sounds and I just like the way it feels and how compact it all is and stuff like that too. Obviously it's the layout, but I think this might be the same thing with the Fukuro. I definitely want to try the polycarbonate plate. I'm going to ask Chung if he can send me a polycarb plate with this too. Just to give me a little choice here. The bottom weight's really nice too, this little rose. You know why I think it's also really nice? Because it's not a signature that means nothing. Like, it's not the keyboard's name in cursive font, and I respect that. Maybe that's a hot take. I would say though, when I'm looking at the two of these keyboards, definitely different aesthetics. I like the minimalistic nature of the Suse a bit more, but this just has a certain level of like, maybe it's just the way the top is on this guy here. It's a little thinner on the side bezel, which I think I like a lot more on this. And the cherry lip is a little bit thicker on this guy here before it starts to dip into the lip, which I kind of like more on this too. Seems a little bit more balanced. That's why I kind of like this guy a little bit more in terms of its top-down aesthetics. Take care, everyone, and goodbye and good night, everyone. Peace out. Bye. Hmm.